After Leonormania, who are Europe's next generation of young royals? Greetings from Royal Family on my channel. Crown Princess Leonor of Spain, who recently turned 18, has been gaining the admiration of royal enthusiasts across Europe. But who are the other young, promising royals that you should be aware of? With the Spanish monarch princess turning 18 this week and displaying poise as she graduated from the military academy and swore an oath to the monarch, Europe is still firmly under the control of Leonormania. Even though there are only 12 kingdoms and principalities left in Europe and most members of these royal families don't really hold much authority, the public is nevertheless generally interested in them. The British royal family, which includes the recently crowned Charles and Camilla, is arguably the most well-known of all. However, from a public relations standpoint, it is struggling. The putative heir William and his wife Catherine are over 40, and their children are still too young to cause any excitement, while the new king and queen are in their 70s. The situation for the Nordic royals is likewise comparable. However, the situation is quite different on the continent. In addition to Leonor, there appears to be an endless succession of young, attractive royals ready to awe admirers of the Queen throughout Europe and beyond. Danish Prince Nikolai. Despite only being sixth in line for the throne, this 24-year-old Dane's appeal transcends even his royal heritage. Nikolai, who is the grandson of the current Queen Margaret II, is most recognized for his modeling career. Known for his razor-sharp cheekbones, he debuted on the Burberry catwalk for the British heritage brand at London Fashion Week in 2018. Since then, he has come to be associated with the high-end French brand Dire Homme and especially with the designs of creative director Kim Jones. For the label, Nikolai has walked in several shows and made appearances in advertising campaigns. He is frequently complimented for having such a grounded manner for someone with such blue blood. He said to the magazine, "To start with, I don't know what it's like to be someone else, not a member of the royal family," when he appeared on the cover of Vogue Ukraine. "I truly value the unique, even privileged, upbringing I experienced as a child. I now lead a routinely enjoyable life. The only issue is that they recognize me every time." Eloise, the Netherlands princess. Eloise, a countess and the granddaughter of the late Queen Beatrix, is fifth in line for the Dutch throne. She's a very contemporary royal too, often referred to as the selfie queen. She has 425,000 followers on Instagram alone and seems to be making positive use of her platform. She sent a message to her Instagram followers earlier this year encouraging them to support sustainable clothes. Being a real member of Generation Z, she has also made a name for herself as an Instagram influencer in beauty and fashion, selling vintage clothes. Her profession fulfills the dreams of many aspiring content creators. Eloise served as a judge on the Dutch reality television program Nicky's Makeup Mansion earlier this year, where 10 artists vie for the top prize. She also wrote on food, travel, and fashion in her book Learning by Doing, which was released in 2021. She also addressed queries from her social media followers in the book. She is the niece of the current King Willem-Alexander and the daughter of Prince Constantine and Princess Laurentian of the Netherlands. Following her grandmother Beatrix's abdication in 2013, Eloise is officially no longer a part of the core royal household. Although she doesn't frequently talk about her aristocratic connections on social media, her incredibly prestigious family ties undoubtedly contribute to her attraction. Thank you. Please share my video. Alexandra, Princess of Luxembourg. The only child of the Grand Duke and Duchess of Luxembourg, Alexandra, 32, was not included in the line of succession of the tiny country until 2011, when the Grand Duke Henry's grandchildren were granted absolute primogeniture. Put simply, that meant that a royal leader could only be anointed if their firstborn child was born. She is currently sixth in line for the throne once that decision was made. She completed her studies in Paris, where she studied philosophy, and at the Franciscan University of Steubenville in the United States. In 2017, Alexandra completed her studies at Trinity College, Dublin, where she was awarded a degree in interfaith studies with a concentration in conflict resolution by the Irish School of Ecumenics. She volunteers to teach refugees and is well known for being an avid tennis player. The princess and Nicholas Baggery were married in April of this year after announcing their engagement in November of 2022. Alexandra, Princess of Hanover. Alexandra is actually 13th in line to the Monaco Principality's throne, despite the title's small deception. She is the niece of the current ruler of Monaco, Albert II, and the daughter of Princess Caroline of Monaco, the late Karl Lagerfeld's longtime model. In addition, Alexandra is the granddaughter of the renowned actress Grace Kelly, who passed away approximately 17 years prior to Alexandra's birth. As a skilled junior figure skater, the young queen has long been recognized. She even competed for Monaco in the European Youth Olympics. Alexandra has been establishing herself as a fashionista, much like her renownedly chic royal half-sister Charlotte Casiraghi. She is frequently cited sat front row at the runway events of leading designers like Stella McCartney, Dior, and of course, Chanel. She is descended from Denmark's King Christian EX and Britain's Queen Victoria through her father Ernst August von Hanover. Georg, Prince of Liechtenstein. Georg is frequently listed among the most eligible people on the continent because he is the third member of the wealthiest royal family in Europe and is therefore third in line for the throne. He is the younger brother of Prince Nicholas and the older sibling of Prince Joseph and Princess Mary Caroline. Alois, the hereditary prince of Liechtenstein, is the second son of Sophie, the hereditary princess of Liechtenstein. Because Sophie is a woman and it is against Liechtenstein royal rule for women to be in the line of succession, she is removed. It is unlikely that she or her siblings should be overly concerned, though, given that earlier this year his grandpa, the reigning Prince Hans Adam U, disclosed the record assets of its LGT group. The corporation is worth an astounding 306 billion Swiss francs, or almost 318 billion euros. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Bourbon and Victoria de Maricourt. You can read our in-depth analysis on Princess Leonor, the current royal sensation here. The Spanish Princess Victoria, her cousin, is popular among royal enthusiasts. She is fifth in line to the Spanish throne after her mother, Infanta Elena, her brother Felipe and her cousins, Felipe's daughters Leonor and Infanta Sofia. Felipe VI is her uncle. Given the improbable prospect of ruling Spain in the near future, the 23-year-old is using the opportunity to establish her online persona on social media. She has 264,000 followers on Instagram alone, and she is quickly rising to the top of the social scene in Europe thanks to her online presence. Well known for her passion for style, she has often been compared to her elegant aunt Queen Letizia, who was praised for having the greatest outfit for the coronation of British monarchs Charles and Camilla in May. Victoria gained notoriety on TikTok as well when she featured in a video uploaded by Spanish pop artist Omar Montes, which garnered millions of views in a single day. She is well known offline as well. She frequently appears at fashion shows and collaborates with renowned companies like Longchamp for her social media content. Ferdinand Zvonimir von Habsburg, Austria's royal archduke. That territory would shortly be ruled by Ferdinand if the Austro-Hungarian Empire still stood. But Otto von Habsburg, his grandfather, was Austria-Hungary's final crown prince, serving as such until the empire's fall in November 1918. The Habsburg family continues to have a great deal of influence throughout Europe, but Ferdinand has chosen to establish himself in a very different industry. In addition to upholding his status as the dynasty's apparent heir, he is a successful motor racer who competes for Team Motivational in the FIA World Endurance Championship and Prima in the European Le Mans Series. Ferdinand won the FIA World Endurance Championship in the LMP2 class, as well as the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 2021. He will eventually ascend to the position of head of the House of Habsburg, but for the time being, he appears to be content racing cars and solidifying his status as a style icon. Louise Windsor Lady Louise Windsor, one of the late Queen Elizabeth II's least well-known grandchildren, is just 19 years old. She turns 20 next week. As the eldest child of Prince Edward and Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, Louise is presently enrolled at the Royals' preferred university, St Andrews University in Scotland, where she is studying English. It's unclear what Louise's position in the royal family will be after graduation. Louise and her 15-year-old brother James are unlikely to continue as working royals in the future, as King Charles has stated his intention to slim down the monarchy. Louise seems like a very grounded princess to us. she might lead a more regular life and work outside the royal family. Naturally, since these royals are all so young, they haven't had a chance to properly integrate into society. At the same time, British aristocrat Lady Victoria Hervey tells Euronews there are always new noble births, which means there's always someone fresh for royal enthusiasts to focus on. The twins of Prince Albert of Monaco and, of course, Prince William's offspring are the ones to watch out for in the future, according to Elisabeth of Belgium, who is a young, stylish woman who has just entered the scene.